Hello everyone, listen to this right here. Ripple is going absolutely crazy. Breaking! Ripple is going to start a new office in Bangalore, India. There we go. Again, Senior Project Manager, Central Banks. Basically at Ripple, central bank digital currency is at the forefront of innovation in both the financial and technology sectors. The Senior Project Manager, Central Banks, will play a lead role in Ripple's engagements with central banks, right? What did we talk about, guys? What did we talk about all this time? The company, right? It all depends on what connections they have, what partnerships they have. Ripple, central banks, interconnected. Come on, guys. Around the world by guiding the development of CBDC projects and solutions, right? So we know CBDCs will be upcoming as we see right here. Not only that, Ripple is going where? Not only in the US, but everywhere around the world, right? While Coinbase is on a cost-cutting spree, Ripple is on a spending spree with their new headquarters, global expansion, and numerous job openings. There we go. And not only that, we see here from Ripple themselves, RippleNet really helps us globalize faster. Guys, listen to this right here. All the proof is basically in the pudding.
My name is Nano. I'm co-founder CEO of the company I set up back in 2014 with a clear vision of trying to build a global payment infrastructure which connects banks, financial institutions. If you look at our customer base, we actually cover a wider base than majority of the payment service providers. So about 60% of our business is financial institutions. So financial institutions includes banks, payment processors, other payment services providers, money services business, etc. Then the 40% of our businesses also includes people like such as marketplaces, travel tech companies, hotel booking sites, etc. So the key aspect what we try to solve for them is two aspects of payments, is how to send money fast as possible and at the lowest possible cost. Fast forward 2019, we are now accessible in about 35 countries. We send payments to about 55 countries. I think RippleNet actually really helps us globalize much faster. I think a great example is one of the customers which we've got, say BTEC for example. BTEC is a customer in Brazil who uses us to process payments into quite a few markets across the globe. We would have never met BTEC if it was not for RippleNet. Right? Because we were actually solving a problem, but we did not have a sales force in Latin America acquiring clients for us. So that was actually done by RippleNet. So I think what RippleNet really helps us do is go to markets which we are not present, help us really articulate a solution, etc., much better than what we could do. So I think RippleNet is a very strong partnership where we are seeing scaling happening much faster on RippleNet than actually acquiring customers directly. If you're a bank and if your son calls you up at midnight, say Singapore time, and says that, hey, I'm in trouble and I need some money immediately, the only way for you is to go and send cash today, right? So that means you need to go out of your house, go and find a cash location, give cash, call your son, give him a number, he goes to a cash out location, takes the number and gets the cash out. But if you need it immediately through a bank, it's not possible. So what we've been working with banks to make this payment system real time. So for example, if your kid calls you up and says that, hey, I need money immediately, you just go onto your mobile app, 3 clicks, send, and within few minutes, the money is already in his bank account. And that's a great service point for a bank. It enables them to acquire more customers. And that's what banks want, right? They want to acquire more customers, grow their business. And by connecting to RippleNet, it actually definitely is a strong point for them to kind of being able to offer a service like this. Because being a technology-driven company, we don't need that many people. So across the globe, we are about 200 people today. Companies of our scale and size are thousands. Say a parallel competitor would have about 1,100 people. We don't need that many people. So our focus is on technology, machine learning, partnerships with RippleNet, for example, help us drive our cost even down further.
It will help drive our costs lower. Again, we know where the world is heading towards, guys, right? This is how XRP goes up in price and never stops to begin with. Now, Boy XRP has tweeted out this right here from David Schwartz a while back ago. Since XRP is working alongside the established financial system, is it plausible that the US Federal Reserve may take ownership of XRP and the Ripple network, becoming XRP a kind of digital USD perhaps? They could take possession of Ripple's private network, but there's really no way they could take possession of XRP. There we go. Or the XRP ledger. It's a public resource operated by people all around the globe, right? So that should tell the SEC everything they need to know. Why is this SEC case lawsuit here in the first place? Think about it, guys, right? They could create their own copy of the system, just as they could with any other public ledger system. But then they would have to compete with systems like Bitcoin and the XRP ledger. If the value of these systems come from their decentralization, then why would people want to use one owned by the Federal Reserve? There we go. Again, it's decentralization, guys. The SEC needs to learn a thing or two, right? The design of the public blockchain systems makes a lot of engineering sacrifices precisely to ensure that they can't be taken over or censored. They have no administrative functions. It wouldn't make sense to take over an existing system and completely destroy its value proposition. Next comes from Crypto Airy, the SEC. Quote, they lose cases all the time. Listen to this right here, guys.
The SEC very rarely loses an enforcement action.
Oh no, they lose a lot actually. They don't lose when they try cases in their own court, you know, in the administrative law judge court. But they lose cases all the time. They lose Reg FD cases. They lose they lose cases about their authority to regulate. They lost the case about their authority to regulate hedge funds. Years ago, they lost their authority. They lost a case over their authority to regulate corporate governance. They lost the conflicts mineral case. They lost the case against Mark Cuban. They lose all the time when they get in front of a federal judge.
Fair enough.
They lose all the time. Guys, this is how we know. I'm pretty sure this is not financial advice of any sorts, but I'm pretty sure the SEC lawsuit with Ripple concludes here very shortly. How much longer will they keep delaying, right? The world cannot wait that long, guys. It's already been a long time. Listen to this right here with Bitcoin. This is how we know something weird is going to take place with Bitcoin. Proof of work leads to centralization over time. The big miners keep getting bigger thanks to economies of scale. Small miners get flushed out. A decreasing Bitcoin price speeds up this process since revenues drop. It's not just theory anymore. Wow. Think about this, guys. Now we know, I do believe Bitcoin should drop even further, right? First we have a relief bounce, but then we go all the way down, which means a lot of people will be probably shutting down their miners, right? Because revenues drop. And more centralization will be taking place with the miners. So this is how we know Bitcoin is no go, right? There's a lot of problems with it, guys. Andrew Yang has tweeted out, this graphic from Ray Dalio about the cycle of great powers says a lot. Seems the US is at stage 14 or so. Will it be great to stop there? Look at this, guys. Now, I would say 16. What do you guys think? Which number are we at? The changing world order. Are we even at the top, though? That's the real question, right? I do believe we aren't just yet, guys. But a lot of people will say we're all the way down at these levels, right? Before the new order. Who knows? A lot of people are talking about recession, right? At these times. Maybe a recession will not take place because usually the markets do the opposite of what everyone thinks. Look at this as well. Bad news. Depression coming, right? Interesting. Your most important assets will be your 5 close friends. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think will take place? Now, I'm thinking the depression will hit before 2025, but not just yet. Mr. Level Up is tweeted out, when USDT Tether gets removed from all exchanges, all those pairings or pairing across the board are done. In turn, everyone should, I would think, know what happens to crypto as a whole, right? Please note, whether this above is a catalyst or not, markets take a hit either way per data. So, either way, guys, we should go down overall to find the real bottom, in my humble opinion. Dwight Snoot is tweeted out, we do see here another perspective, another chart. Now, it seems like we have broken this trend line, as you guys can see, and we are under it. Perhaps this is just a temporarily fake out, right? Before we do skyrocket out of there. But first, I do believe we need to find the real bottom. if we haven't even bottomed out yet. What do you guys think will take place in the short term for the price of these digital assets? You guys can go ahead and comment down below. But anyways, that's hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, so have some free to be around. Just say amazing day. And guys, see ya.